Hello, everyone. Why does it look? It looks bright in this corner to me. Let me do this. Let me just clear off the camera a little. That didn't do it. Maybe it did. Hello. So it's still 7 minutes to noon, so we're going to wait a little, but I'm going to just show you some stuff. I'll be showing this throughout the 2 hours. So I'm going to have a giveaway for people that are on the live, and here's all you have to do on any video of mine. Just say I was live by Monday the 12th, noon. That's all. Now, understand when I'm looking at myself on the screen here and I'm moving something to the right, on the screen, it's moving to the left. So it's very confusing. It's just hard. So just say I was live on any video of mine by Monday noon. And I said, what am I going to give away? How do I figure out what I want to give away? Like I'll walk into a card store. And you have to catch my eye. Something has to catch my eye for me to say, oh, I'm going to give that away. That's why this, that's an example of going the wrong direction. This, when this is sitting among 50 other cards, it sticks out because it's a shiny gold card. So I said, oh, what is, I had never seen one of these before. So I said, oh, I'm going to make that a giveaway. But then I have to put in all the other things around it that are interesting, such as this. And then I have giveaways on the live events. And I said, well, what do? I go into a card store again, and a card catches my eye. And it was this card. So obviously it's a Shiny Mew gold card. And in the same general area, he'll have hundreds of cards that are sitting on display on these cases. I see this, and I said, oh, I got to get that to go along with it. I mean, it's a pretty cool Mew card. So these are going to be the things in the giveaway today. So it's still 4 minutes to noon. And I got my... Now, you may see, let me show you something. See this? This is like a big rubber band. I had really big surgery because I had a huge, when they took out my kidney, they made a really big incision. And I had a huge hernia. So they had to put me back together. Well, I have to wear this rubber band for 6 weeks. And 6 weeks is next week. So it's a stretchy thing that just they don't want me to open up the incision again. So you may see some weird stuff down there, but I do have clothes on. But see, I love this shirt. My son designed this with AI. Yeah, pretty cool. I love that shirt. I'm feeling pretty good. I just hope I have enough strength. I still don't have my strength back yet. Boy, last year was a tough year for me. So we still have 3 minutes. Yeah, last year, 9 months from April. I think it was April 18th when I had my operation. From then on, man, it was a tough year. I can't believe I still got incredibly 20,000 subscribers last year, because for 3/4 of the year, I hardly did anything because I was so not feeling well.
Yeah, I know. I have a hell of a battle scar. I got. It looks like I've been hit with machine gun fire. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! But if I say it on a 0 to 10 scale, I probably feel about an 8 nowadays. I just got to get my strength back more than anything, and that takes time. Comeback of the year. So 2 minutes left. Now the first thing we're gonna rip today, because I want to, is that because I'm trying to get two cards, the red Victini and the black and white secret rare of Reshiram. But I actually love this card. I think this is such a cool card. I don't know. Sometimes I just have these things and I say, wow, what a great card. And I don't know how it happens. Just certain cards I really like, and other cards that are really nice goes by the wayside. Yeah, somebody just said, "Hey, Gramps, what?" Sable Eye. I don't sell through YouTube. I made that a kind of a thing that I wouldn't do because I didn't want YouTube to interfere with sales or sales to interfere with YouTube. So somebody wants to buy Sable Eyes. I don't sell through YouTube. Sorry about that. Okay, let's pull it then. And it is now 11:59. One more minute. And I'm just looking over here. I have so much stuff over here. But we're going to be ripping this baby too today. This will be my second one of these. The first one of these was kind of a dud. Now I have a card show tomorrow. I'm pretty if you go back to my beginning, I have some really cool videos back there from the card shows in Las Vegas, the front row card shows. Some of these kids are amazing. There's so much fun when I'm dealing with kids and Pokemon cards. It's just a riot. And how's your life? Well, I don't know if I'm gonna. I could do that for a little while tomorrow. My sweetheart's going to be there. Maybe we'll do that. You could just look to see if it's from 9 until 3, but she's only going to be there from like 9 to 11 because it's kind of boring at times. Because it's a very local card show and it's mostly sports cards. When I do the TCG show, that's a little different where people are swarming for Pokemon cards. So this stream today is 2 hours. I'll be going so it just started. So we have an hour and 59 minutes left. Now I'm going to give an update on the channel first, and then we'll rip some stuff. As you know, last week I threw a lot of people out of the giveaway, a lot. I just wanted to show people I'm not kidding around anymore about multiple entries. You want to do multiple entries? Bye-bye. And I think they got the point because this week multiple entries were minimal. It's just weird how things change in 1 week. Where 1 week I can have 400 or 500 people entering over and over and over, and then the next week I can have 12 people entering over and over, and those 12 people are all gone. So it's just incredible. Let's see. Yeah, eventually I'm going to do New York City card shows. Eventually, actually, what I'd like to do is as I get bigger, and I'm still very small. I only have like 32,000 subscribers. That's a really small channel. When you start getting up there by Real Breaking Nate, it's got 2 million subscribers, and PokeRev is approaching 4 million. So, yeah, I'd love to do region. First, I'm probably going to start into regional card shows. So New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. And then maybe I'll expand out. I really want to get back to Las Vegas because my favorite card store of all time is in Las Vegas. There's a card store called 888, the number 8, Collectibles. And it's in Chinatown. And they have the most incredible Pokemon cards you've ever seen. And I would go there and just I'd go there and come home with 100 Pokemon cards, all singles, just all raw, just like wow, they had such great cards. 888 collectibles. It's about a mile from the strip. PokeRev did a show there. And that's to me says something. If you can see a card store where PokeRev knew about it and visited it, it's a pretty big, but it's really not a big store. It's on the second floor. It's kind of weird. It's in this strip mall type thing that's all food. It's all Korean, Japanese, Chinese. It's just food. 2 stories. And there's this one store on the second floor, 888 collectibles. And what happens is everybody from it's in Chinatown, so the Asian populations that want to get rid of their Pokemon cards bring them to him, and he just has what a collection, what a selection of cards. Oh my God. I feel like just flying out there to buy cards. It's so incredible. So let's see. No, I don't go to Michigan yet. That's 1,000 miles away from here. I know the 8s are lucky numbers for the Asians. So is it for Chinese? I thought it was just for like Koreans. 8s was lucky too. Let's see. So here. I'd like to do this every 2 weeks. I did it 3 weeks ago, but what happened was I just wasn't strong. After an hour and a half, I was just exhausted. So I just gave up. I said, I have to stop. I'm just too, and I have right behind me, this used to be a bedroom. You can see back over there, there's a big television. That's a 65-inch OLED or QLED or whatever. It's a really nice high quality television. But back here, I have 2 beautiful reclining chairs. And so this is my gaming room. My Xbox is over there. I play Call of Duty. Incredibly, I'm Call of Duty grandpa. I used to be RPG grandpa, where I would just run around and blow people up with rocket propelled grenades. So, yeah, I'd love to go. Sure, Michigan one day, Southwestern Pennsylvania. Oh my! Do you realize Southwestern Pennsylvania is probably 400, 500 miles from me? I'll drive right over. No, I've never. No, I have gone to Europe, and I have skied in Switzerland, but I've never did a show. And I'm just starting. I've only been doing this 2 years, and somebody says, "How many cards do you have, Grandpa?" And I'm like, "I got a lot of cards. I got cards. I mean, if you looked at me right now, I got cards there. I got cards there. I got cards there. I got cards there. I have an armoire here filled with cards. I have a closet back there filled with cards. I have a basement with shelves filled with cards. And I want to set up a like a little studio down in the basement. The problem with that is it's a little cold in the wintertime. I have a great backdrop. I have a great Gengar backdrop. It's big and it's beautiful. And it's a wall cling, and it's 4 feet wide and 4 feet high, and it's beautiful. So yeah, somebody wrote, I'm itching to organize. You know how hard it is to keep your cards organized? It's like mission impossible to me. So let's show you this again to the people that have just come in. We're going to have a giveaway from this live event. And here's all you got to do. Just say I was live on any video by noon on Monday the 12th. Just comment I was live. There will be people that cheat and sneak in. I can't stop that. I mean, there's no way. I mean, I have a list here of everybody that's on, but I just can't, I'd be sitting here writing names down. It's really sad that there are people that will cheat. And what am I giving away? This is going to be the first. Oops. That's going to be the first place card. It's a Shiny Mew gold card. This will be the second place card. I was going to make this the weekly giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to do for next week's giveaway. I'm going to find something at the show tomorrow, and I'll end up buying a card, and my giveaway will be based upon that. So you never know. You never know. All I can tell you is Last week, there were a lot of entries into the giveaway, a lot, but I ended up booting out a lot of people. And I mean, I really, if you entered twice or more, you were gone. And I had to get serious because they were killing me with entries all day long. All I'd be doing is taking their names from YouTube and putting it into my my Word document, and it was just like, then when I alphabetized things, and I'd see people that had entered 27 times, it's like, what are you doing? You're killing me. So either you stop it, or I'm going to stop it. And they learned that I actually meant it. I've been saying this for months. You've been hearing me say it for months, but this time I just really had to do it. I had to say no more because it just got out of hand. And then all of a sudden, 1 week later, it's like it's like non-existent that people have entered multiple times. There's probably about, I'm going to say 12, 13 people. One guy entered 7 or 8 times, gone. 12 or 13 people that entered multiple times. I just said, read my rules of entry. Have a nice day. Gone. It happens. You know, I know a lot of names, and I'm kind of lenient towards people whose names I know. There's 2 different types of people that are looking at my channel. There's people that have been here forever, and there's people who come in through shorts. And see, the good thing about YouTube analytics is they tell you exactly where people come from. So the people that don't follow the rules, I realize were people coming in from shorts, but 90% of my subscribers are coming from shorts. So I don't want to, and I really don't want to alienate anybody, to tell you the truth, but there's got to be a line drawn that says, stop what you're doing. You're killing me. So, oh, I do every video. When I post a video and talk about a giveaway, I always say, enter 1 time. And I say, it's in red. There's a reason it's in red. It's a warning, and every video, if you look down in the comments, are the rules. But I can't make somebody read the rules, especially people that come in shorts that to me have very limited attention spans. So they just come in, enter, and leave. Or there's the people that have been with me along. Some people, I could see names. There are people that have been with me for 2+ years. There's a guy named I'm going to call him Nolan from he's I think he's in Arizona, maybe. He has a, man, I hope I get these words right. A dojo, is that what it's called? Where he trains people in martial arts. And I had, in the beginning, I had all sorts of weird giveaways. So I had a Super Bowl giveaway. You had to guess who was going to win, who was going to be the most valuable player, who was going to score the first touchdown, and what the final score was going to be. So he said Kansas City's going to win. But then he said McCaffrey's going to score the first touchdown. Mahomes is going to be the MVP. So he was right there on all 3 of those. Think about McCaffrey on one team and Patrick Mahomes on the other team. And then he gave the final score and missed by 1 point. This is somebody, I see his name every now and then. He's on, he'll join giveaways, or he'll say, hey, Grandpa, how's it going? But I do see names of people. Like there's a Ben. Ben's been with me for Ben's a production company out. I think he's in Long Island. He's been with me for years. But there's Tyler Herrera. I see names over and over and over. And I'm 70. I'm going to be 74 in a month. And it's hard to remember. There's a lot of things that are hard to remember. It's hard to remember a lot of names. So I do the best I can. So one more time, because people will be coming in and out. If you want to join the giveaway for this live event, just say I was live on any video of mine by noon, Monday the 12th. And that means by 1 o'clock, Monday the 12th, I'll have the drawing online to see who wins. And I'll have probably another thing to wins. Whoops. That's first place. That is a Shiny Mew gold card. and this is second place. So, and I'm not too shy about, let's talk a little more about something. When I first started doing giveaways, I was giving away really, really, really nice cards. I was giving away Van Gogh Pikachus, Black Magikarps, Flying 151 Charizards. Those cards have gone through the stratosphere. Like a Van Gogh Pikachu now might be, I don't know, $500, $600, $700. I can't justify spending that much money on a card to give it away at this time. Maybe when I get a lot bigger, like if I was PokeRev and had 4 million followers, yeah, I'd be giving away $1,000 cards. I mean, you can imagine what PokeRev is getting paid by YouTube through monetization. Or you see Real Breaking Nate and him and his wife, go over to Japan to buy some Pokemon. I'd love to go to Japan and buy Pokemon cards. First of all, I'm 6'3" and I'm 290 and I have big shoulders. And so if I was in Japan, I'd be like Godzilla over there looking at these people. But Prismatic Master Collection. Oh, really? So you're looking at a master collection of these things. I have so many boxes over here. I have so many boxes over here. I have so many boxes over here. And there's more. Oh, I love ripping cards. So it's quarter after, and master. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to rip the first box here. Am I ready to go? Let's make sure I am ready. And it appears that I am. And I use these things a lot. Like this one will hold 100 pieces, and it actually does this. So it'll hold 100 cards easily. And then there's this thing that has 2 boxes in it that'll hold 50 cards each. So I have a lot of cards stored in these type boxes just to protect them. Oh, that box has a crack in it. Yeah, you can see it right there, right here. Trying to get the light just right and trying to get it centered. There it is. So I have a lot of those. And what I do, depends. So here's a bunch of cards. Every card in there is from Destined Rivals. Or it says Phantasmal Flames, but I'll also put it on the top of the box. So when I have the boxes sitting down like that, I can see what they all are. I have so many cards. Okay, that was for South America. Good luck with that booster box tonight. Booster boxes to me are the booster bundles. If you're going to buy whole boxes, booster bundles, I think, are the way to go. I could be wrong. Well, you buy a booster bundle, has 6 boxes, you'll have 2, maybe 3 hits in it. So okay. I call that the Elon Musk size card, wallet size. Why do I call it the Elon Musk? Because he's the name that is wealthy that I think everybody knows. Does everybody know who Larry Ellison is? Is that his name, Larry Ellison? Or who's the head of Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody knows who Mark Zuckerberg is, right? But I know everybody knows who Elon Musk is, and he is very wealthy. So that's why I say it. I could say the Larry Ellison Wallace size, but people will go, who? So here's now let's get this Victini, the one that I like. Just leave it up so people don't yell at me. Grandpa, put them in sleeves. Ah, come on, people. And this is a Pokeball. The other card is a Pokeball card, reverse hollow. So we got two packs of White Flare and two packs of Black Bolt. Now, what should I get from these? I'd love to get 2 hits, but I don't know. I just got a feeling when I open 4 packs, I'm only going to get 1 hit. But as long as it's the red Victini, I don't care. So let's go with the Black Bolt first. And here we go. Dynamo. Boy, can I wipe out names. Drillbur. Poignard. I gotta remember. I always forget Poignard's name whenever I see him in Japanese. Minchino. Crustal. Bisharp. You know, some of these names they go, they're gone. Tirtuga. And here's a Pokeball reverse hollow of Caracosta. That is a Pokeball. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Then here's a reverse hollow of Maractus. Then there's a hollow of Cobillion. I'm not a really big fan of these hollows with the lines across them. Yeah, I don't know. I never liked those. Some of their reverse hollows, not their hollows, their reverse hollows, in the old days were beautiful. They went out of their way to make nice cards. And then who knows what happens. I know the more I do it, the more I know. Trust me, I know a lot more. My nose is itching now than I did 6 months ago. Trust me. But still, because of age and forgetfulness that accompanies age, you forget. Okay, here we go. Elgin. See, it's so hard to even put it in the right place. Minchino. 2 packs, 2 Minchinos. Clang. Solosis. Beheum? Beheum? Is that how you say this? Beheum? Fennel. I thought that was fennel was some kind of a spice. Throw. But if you think about this card, his name is Throw. But he looks like he's a black belt in some kind of a martial arts. So that's what he does. He throws people. Here's a reverse hollow of Solosis. And it is a reverse with the Pokeball. Here's Elgin, reverse hollow, but it's a regular reverse hollow. And here's Conkeldurr with the hollow. And here's one of these energies now has that wacky, you can see it there. I'm not a big fan of that type stuff now. Never was and never will be. So that's 2 boxes, 2 packs of Black Bolt. Zippo. So I'll get and I'll cut just so I can go back to it later. And I could actually, so I'll have 6 of these and I'll actually incorporate all of them into one bigger box. But I just keep it so I know where these cards came from, because the same numbers, Black Bolt and White Flare, use the same numbers. You know, I always look by the number that is the second number. Like a card will be 037/086. Well, 86 is either Black Bolt or White Flare. So you have to be careful because I don't want to call cards that are White Flares Black Bolts. It's just, it is hard. Somebody said, I'd like to organize my cards. Good luck. It's so hard. I'm afraid to touch something right now that I'll end up kicking people off. Basculin. That is a male bass. Scraggy. See, you'll hear me say, I think this is a cool card because it looks so cartoonish that they should make this a full art card because it's just so cool looking. Here's Rogan Rolla, Joe Rogan Rolla, Gothita, Zeb Strika, Mindshow. Wow, this is a nice card. I like this card. Scrafty. Here's Swoobat is a, I just got a single gold star, which is an illustration rare. So here's Swoobat, which is a reverse hollow Pokeball. So let's just put this down. Chandelure was the full hollow. And again, one of these energies with that whack. But look at the, let's put this Swoobat into a sleeve, and then I'll show you what the illustration rare is. It's a nice card. Very nice card. And it's centered well. Yeah, finally. Because they've been having some centering problems also. So this is Blitzel. Nice card. Black Bolt. Oh, that was, I'm sorry, White Flare. I did the Black Bolt first. These are White Flares. See, it's very easy to get them confused. Here we go. Somebody wrote Pony art is based on chess pieces. Wow. Why? Let's come over here. Huh. Okay. Lampent, which comes from Litwick. Does that evolve into Chandelure? I don't think so. Here's a Plume Fossil. Sawaddle. Vanillite. Now, Vanillite was in a, Vanillish was a promo that I actually liked. Harlequin. I have a Harlequin full art card. It is a really pretty card. Sure, why not? Some people, I don't know. I got yelled at by a guy because I ripped boxes open, and he said, "You're supposed to keep those closed for collectors." Like Stunfish, Stoutland, Purloin. Here's a reverse hollow of Litwick. Here's a Gothitelle, which comes from Gothita. So that was the White Flare. So the one box had one hit, which I kind of expected. Okay. Now, I did a survey this week of which should I open. And it was Paldean Fates, Paldea Evolved. What I'm trying to get from here, Paldea Evolved is that the Black Magikarp? There's really nice cards in both of these that I'm trying to get. Or I wrote the Charizard UPC. And my fourth choice was all of the above. And so that was the number one selection, all of the above. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I'm just putting stuff in I'm protecting this Blitzel because it's a nice card. I love these plastic sleeves. I get them from Amazon, by the way. Really nice. You have to be careful. Make sure if you order from Amazon, get this type, because they have another type that's just a little smaller, and it's hard to fit the cards in them. These cards fit easily into here. And I have, just to show you, I have a lot of those. So this is going to the card show with me. Plus, I have one of those big carrying cases. Then I have to send something back to, I have to send this card back to PSA to get reholstered because it's got a crack down here. And it looks like the cards, it's an oldie. So it looks like the card actually has a crease in it, but it doesn't. The crack extends over and the crack's over here also. I think I actually acquired it this way with cracks. And just got to get it reholstered, recased, whatever you would call it. So let's get rid of this. I have a huge assortment of these. I mean, when I say huge, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I have a lot. Double, Crobat, Lucia. Let's put this down here. Pikachu. A lot. That's how many packs I rip. And then what I'll do is I'll go to a kid at the card show. I'll go, who is this? And sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. But I just give them a chance to win Pokemon cards. And they all win. It's just that I make it progressively easier. So I start out with really hard cards. And I'll say, who's this? And it's somebody nobody knows. Like I'll go, who's this? And I'll hide the name. And they'll go, no idea. And then I work my way towards Pikachu. And I give them cards. So if you look at some of my old videos, you will see that in Las Vegas, I would do that. I called it the Pokemon Challenge. And some of those kids always with parents, never a kid by themselves. Some of those kids are so cute, it's hard to believe. I've never seen some of those jumbos. Oh, I have so many of those jumbos. There's just so many. I really should just give some away. Oh God. That's just the little bit of them. Oh God. Okay. So let's show one more time. I'm going to be doing this throughout the show. If you'd like to enter the giveaway that is going to be based on this live today, just say I was live on any video. Comment on any video I was live. And just please have it done by Monday the 12th. Because somebody will say I was live on Tuesday. And it's like, I can't just stop everything waiting for one person. So just say I was live. And let's see. I'll show you. I'll keep showing you this stuff all during the course of the day. This is the first place card. That is a gold shiny Mew. And this is the second place card. Sorry, Gramps, that was me. Shorts count too. Yes, shorts count, videos count. Yeah, of course. You can, on any video of mine, any short, just say I was live. That's all. The gold Mew. I have to get a drink. Sorry about that. I'm a little, whenever I talk, I should have a little vodka in here. I don't drink, so. Mew. I was late to the last giveaway. There's no way for me to know. So I try to give everybody the opportunity to join, but you know, what can you do? Okay. Let's see. Maybe I should go on to the Charizard UPC. Why not? I'm gonna make a mess back here, and I got the door closed so Granny can't come in here and give me hell. She won't. She's gonna actually videotape. She was in my old, when I first started doing this out in Las Vegas, she was my videographer, and I said, I have some really awesome. You should, I'm telling you, go back to my old videos of me doing the card shows in Las Vegas. Some of them are so cute. I put one of them on Instagram. I got 1.25 million views. Just some of them are so cute. It's hard to believe. One night, all I hear is my cell phone going, kink, 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 kink. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? That was people clicking on my Instagram. And I get up in the morning and it's 1.1 million views. And I'm like, oh. And it went up to 1.25 million, a little over 1.25 million. Just hard to believe. And it wasn't, to me, it wasn't one of my better videos. I don't know why. There were better videos. This is what I do to the kids. Let me see. I'll do this to the kids. Watch. So I'll be looking at a kid, and the kid, I'll say, what's your favorite card? And they'll go, Charizard. And I'll go like this. Pick any card. And this one will be a Charizard. And the kid will go, I want that one. And I'll go, no. Pick any card. And the kid will go, I want that one. And I go, no. And you see the mother lead in and pointing. And the kid goes, oh, I'll take this one. And I hand it to him. And he goes, yay, it's a Charizard. It's like, they're so cute, but they're just cute. They don't really know what I'm trying to do when I go, pick any card. Oh my God. Oh, they are so cute. I was a Cub Master for 3 years. When I took over the Cub Scout pack, it had 41 kids in it. By year 2, we had over 100 kids in it. I made it fun. I was friends with a person who was an FBI field agent. So I brought in the FBI with a sniper. He brought in his sniper rifle. And it was just a really amazing pack meeting. One of the pack meetings, I brought in a Native American, and he did a ceremonial dance and presentation. It was wonderful. I lived in Mahwah, New Jersey at the time. I brought in the Mahwah model airplane people, and they have these remote control airplanes that have 6-foot wingspans. These things are huge. And they invited us up to it. We have a ski area in Mahwah, and in the summertime, nobody goes there. It's a ski area, but there's plenty of parking, a huge parking lot. So they go up there and fly their planes. And so they invited us up, and they let the kids, they took off. Once the plane was up there, they gave the kids the controls. They let the kids fly the planes a little. My nose is itching. And then they would land them. But it was such an incredible pack meeting, because there are things that are so interesting in pack meetings. So we ended up going from 41 to over 100 in 2 years. Actually, I think it was in 1 year. From 41 Cub Scouts in the pack to over 100. And then it got so out of hand, because now I was getting 100 Cub Scouts with their brothers and sisters and their parents, because the pack meetings were interesting. I'd have 500 to 700 people at a pack meeting, and it was crazy. So here's one of the things I would do. The Cub Scouts always needed money, always, to do things. You have to spend, you have to have fundraisers. So what I did was, I got a bunch of cards like this. That many cards. I go to a card store, and I buy that many Lawrence Taylor cards. And then I'd go to his house and ring his doorbell. And he had a intercom system. And I said, hey, LT, this is Mark from the Cub Scouts in Mahwah. can you come down here? We're having a fundraiser. Could you come down and just sign a couple of cards for me? He would sign 50 cards. He's the nicest man. And I had 2 Cub Scouts with me. So I'd have an African-American Cub Scout and a Caucasian Cub Scout. And so he was always very helpful for him, Phil Sims, Gary Reasons. They all lived kind of near me. And Leonard Marshall, Pepper Johnson. These are all really nice people. And they would sign, and I'd go to an event called Mawa Day, and I'd put out Lawrence Taylor cards and sell them at $10 each. And so we'd raise $500, but we'd rent out Camp Glenray, which was very expensive to do. But we'd have hundreds of people. Oh my God, there were so many people involved with the Cub Scouts by my year 3. It was crazy. But then my kids grew out of the Cub Scouts and I had to be replaced. Let's see. Where is the canvas? Jay. 2 years ago, I told Jay's Mix I was going to do a painting. Hold on. I was going to do a painting of my favorite card, which is the stained glass 3 birds, the legendary birds. Beautiful card. My favorite card. And I did a painting and it came out really nice. And I keep saying I have to finish it. And Jay's Mix keeps asking me about it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to end up building a little studio. Now, see, we're looking for a new house right now because we're in a 2-story house. We don't want to be in a 2-story house anymore. We want to be in a 1-story house. So we don't have to go up and downstairs because, my sweetheart broke her ankle back June. It's hard to remember. This was a tough year for both of us. So we don't want to go up and downstairs all the time. So I want to build a studio, but I'd like to build it in a new house, and it'll be a really nice studio. And I'm going to hang this right behind me so Jay's Mix can see it 100% of the time. Oh, I have some great stories. You have no idea. I have some great stories. I wish I'd brought something up that I have here. And this is directed straight at you, Jay. This is how good an artist I am. Back in the 90s, I painted a picture, an emblem of the New Jersey Devils on canvas. And there's a hospital here called Tomorrow's Children's Institute. It's for kids with cancer and blood disorders, like leukemia and stuff like that. So they were having a dinner and a silent auction, or an auction, including a silent auction. So I painted a Devils logo and I put it in. And so we're sitting down, we're at a table, and it's me. My ex didn't ever want to get involved with this for some reason. I don't know why. That it was me and my daughter really wasn't involved with sports. Me and my 3 boys. So it was my oldest son and a Giants football player, my second son and a Giants football player, my third son and a Giants football player. Stacy Dillard was one of them. William Roberts might have been there. William Roberts helped me out other times because Giants Stadium's about 20 miles from here, and most of the Giants live in North Jersey. So I put my Devils emblem that I painted into a silent auction, and my kids went over and looked and came back and said, "Hey, Dad, your painting's at $500. I'm like, what? $500? And then, listen to this, Jay. You're right. They'd go over a half hour later and come back and go, "Dad, it's at $850. I'm like, $850? Go back over a half hour later and say, "Dad, it's at $1,400. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And finally, it ended up selling for about $2,500. And it sounds like I have a painting that sold for $2,500. It's on a canvas. The Devils emblem's that big. And I had the whole Devils team sign it. because I was friends with a lot of the Devils. So I had the actual whole Devils team that won the Stanley Cup sign that painting, and it sold for $2,500. So I get to tell people I painted something that sold for $2,500. So what do you think? Whoops. What do you think? Let's back up this a little. This is a big box. So what am I looking for in here? Oricorio or the Mega Charizard? Actually, well, the Mega Charizard, there's a... Okay, so what do we have? We have a foil promo card of Mega Charizard. We have one of Oricorio. So there's 2 foil promo cards. We have 65 card sleeves. I'm not a big collector of their card sleeves. And when you send cards in to get them graded, you have to have them in this kind of sleeve. They don't want the sleeves that have, I think, where do I have them? I might have some, that's in there. I don't want to go digging. They don't want sleeves. They want to see the sleeves that you can see through on both sides. I sent them in one time the wrong way, and I got a little hell from them. A playmat featuring Mega Charizard. Now, that's nice. I like playmats. So let's rip this baby. Yeah, playmats are interesting. I have a couple. I have a Michael Jordan one. I have this one right now is the Charizard playmat. Let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, I don't want to spill anything. Don't. So when we open it, we've got the promos. That's what it looks like. So let me turn it around and pull everything out of here. That's one side. Now let's pull out the 2. Okay, this is the Mega Charizard, and the Oricorio is behind it. There are 2 cards in here. So let's put those over there. Lots of plastic inside these. We've got a metal coin that is holographic. I have a lot of these also that I really got to give away. I got to get rid of them. But these are the sleeves that PSA does not want to get. They don't want these. So you have to be careful and if you're sending something in, send it in correctly. Then there's this little box that stores stuff, but to me it's I really don't use these. And there's dice, and there's the playmat, which is a really nice playmat. But you know what? When I go into the card stores, they'll have older playmats, and they're beautiful. Some of the old playmats were really spectacular. So let's pull all the packs of cards out of here and see how many we have. I don't even know how many packs of cards there are, other than a lot. Oh! So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 packs. So we have and they're all different packs. I couldn't remember that. That looks like Crobat. Destined Rivals. That looks like Ho-Oh. Here's the Destined Rivals Mewtwo. Here's a Surging Sparks. I pulled one of these Pikachus, sent it out to PSA, and it came back at 10. And I actually brought it to my last card show, and somebody bought it, and I was stunned at how much somebody was willing to pay for it. Beautiful See, I'm a Charizard guy. I have a lot. I have a lot of Charizards. Who is this? I don't know who this is. Who's that? Please identify that for me. Okay, which Phantasmal Flames? Here's the Destined Rivals with Arbok and Rattata and Mega Heracross. Destined Rivals with Arbok, Rattata, and is that coughing back there? Here's the Destined Rivals with, I should know who this is. Is that Garchomp? Is that Garchomp? It is coughing. Wow. See? A year ago, I would have never been able to guess that. That is Garchomp. Wow. I am getting better. That's Venusaur. That's an easy one. Mega Evolution. Here's Gardevoir. A year ago, I would have never been able to say that's Gardevoir, but I know it's Gardevoir. Here's, I used to have the hardest time saying this guy's name. Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan. It's close. Here's the Venusaur again. Journey Together. This is, oh, watch this. Zacian, right? Is this Zacian? Kangaskhan. That's how you say it. Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan. Is this Zacian? I know it is. Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan. Yeah, the name just messes me up. I know who it is, but I just messed up the name. Now, okay, Zacian. Check this out. Is this Cleffa? I don't know. I know it's named after Genghis Khan. That's why it messes me up. Kangaskhan. Here's a Belly Bolt, right? Belly Bolt, baby. Now, oh, I should know who this is, and it's confusing me right now. Who is this? And finally, we have a Latios. It's red. Isn't Latios blue? That's Latias. Zoroark. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I have a load of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different. Yikes. 5 different sets. I'm preparing. And what I'm going to do is, man, I am itchy. I'm going to grab one more package of these. So I have 5 of those. And this way, I don't mess up when I'm keeping them sorted. Two more. So I have 5 of these now. It's much easier to sort your cards as you're ripping them than it is to sort them a month later. So we're going to start out with 2 packs of Surging Sparks, and then all the others are 4 packs of Phantasmal Flames, Destined Rivals, Mega Evolution, and Journey Together. So let's start out with the Surging Sparks. Do any of you play the game of Pokemon? I can't. People say to me I should learn. I can have hard times identifying the cards. Wow. Okay. Swablu. Sandygast. Zwillius. Rotom. Ho-Oh. Had a girl. Never mind. Lively Stadium. Did any of you watch that game last night? Oregon versus Indiana. Wow. That Indiana football team is wow. Shinotic. The Denny. Reverse hollow of the Doug Trio. This is a nice card. Chen Pao, a hollow. Beautiful card. Some of their artwork is really spectacular. Yeah, the coach never does smile on Indiana, but that's okay. Well, I'm sure he smiled when they gave him his latest contract. I think they gave him up $100 million, somewhere around there. Is there a difference between 90 and $110 million? I don't know. Here's Swab Blue again. Haven't seen one of those since last pack. Oh, look. Here's Sandy Gas. It's the exact same pack. Come on, Pokemon. Zwillius. I can't believe this. Rotom. I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to show you this. Watch this. Rotom. 2 of them. Zwillius. 2 of them. Sandy Gas. 2 of them. Swab Blue. 2 of them. I mean, there's 191 base cards in this set. I opened 2 packs and they're identical. I mean, come on, Pokemon. You can do better than that. Now it changes a little. Tauros. But still, you shouldn't have duplicates when there's 191. Technical Machine Fluorite. Ninetales. Walrein. Oh, I just pulled out a nice card. Babiri Berry. And let's sleeve this card up and I'll show it to you. It's only a double rare though, but still it's a pretty card. Milotic. Pretty card. So put that in there. Surging Sparks. They weren't that surging today. They were mostly not surging. Let's see what we got here. Wow. Somebody wrote, it takes me an hour to get to an In-N-Out. I'm in New Jersey. I don't even think they have In-N-Out burgers in New Jersey. But out in Vegas, they had them, and we wouldn't go that often. But it was always so crowded. Man, it was nuts. So let's go according to the age of the packs. So I think Journey Together would be the oldest. Not that that's old, because it's not. It's just a couple sets ago. Yeah, In-N-Out burgers, I think they were okay. You know, I don't know. I don't know why people make such a big fuss out of an In-N-Out burger. Stunfish. Bombardier. I've been bombarded by birds a couple times. Parasect. Pupitar. Evolves from Larvitar, and to me, Larvitar is the hemorrhoid maker up there in the corner. Banat. Pangoro. Grimasnarl. Cubone, one of my favorites. Anybody that wears a skull on their head, it's got to be one of my favorites. Lycanroc. Now, this is a pretty card. It's a full hollow of Butterfree, but it's just a hollow. But it's a pretty card, which is why I like Pokemon so much. Maybe I will do a little live. I don't know. Sometime between. I've never tried going live on my phone. I'll have to try that later today and just see how that works, just so I know what the heck I'm doing at the card show. Oh, Here's Torchic. Wattrell. Squawkabilly. Clang. Regice or Regice? How do you say that? Regice? Iris's Fighting Spirit. Octillery. Drudigon. Tadbulb. We got a nice card here. Let's sleeve it up. It's a double rare. Belly Bolt. I don't know how that guy can be smiling with a bolt in his belly. My nose is really, every time I open packs, my nose itches. There's got to be something in here that I might have a little allergy to. You know, I could bring the, they do have Wi-Fi at the card show, so I could actually bring my laptop and do a live from there, and maybe I'll try that. So, and I'd like to do that. I told my sweetheart, the car show's from 9 to 3 Eastern time. She's not going to want to sit there for 6 hours. I just know her. She'll sit there for 2, maybe 3. And I say, well, show up at 9 o'clock. Well, and I don't think it really starts getting busy till 10. And then it's busy from 10 to about 1, really busy. And so maybe from 10 to 11, I might go live. So we'll see. We'll see. It was a good thought. Thank you for mentioning that to me. I would have never thought of it. Geodude. Audino. Lily's Comfy. We have a flower Pokemon. How scary can that be? Oh, watch out. Here comes some roses. Sentret. Ends PP Up. Hey, I don't name them. What the heck is PP Up? I don't know. Here's Electrode. Hops Bag. Levincia, is that how you say this? I just pulled a nice card. Not the biggie, but hold on. Let me put it right here. Snorlax, one of everybody's favorite. I love Snorlax. Why do I love Snorlax? Because he reminds me of me. I take naps every day. The older you get, the more naps. Wait till you see what I just pulled. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to put this in one of these plastic ones because I don't want this to get damaged. And then I'm going to show everybody the how to enter the giveaway because I don't want people to come in and out and not know. But look at this card. Reshiram. That is a beautiful illustration rare. Beautiful card. So now we're just going to pause for a second here. To enter the giveaway that I'm going to have associated with this live event, just say in any video of mine or short, I was live on any video or short by noon, Monday the 12th. And what I'll do is I'll do a search of I was live. Make sure you spell I was live correctly. Don't write I was live, LIIIVVVVEEE, because you won't show up. And then you're going to say, Grandpa, I wasn't in the giveaway. Well, I did a search for I was live. Somebody, I just by accident, I said, just write Pika, P-I-K-A. Well, I'm going through comments and I try and see everyone, but you have to understand how many comments I get during a typical week. I'm a one-man show. I don't have people looking at my comments. That's me looking at the comments. And some guy, and I'm just guessing it's a guy because 90% of the people that watch me are guys. Some guy writes Pika, P-I-I-I-I-I-K-K-K-K-K-K-K-A-A-A-A. Now, if I didn't see that, I wouldn't have put that person in the giveaway, and they would say, I wasn't in the giveaway. I said Pika. Man, if you can't spell Pika. Okay, let's go on. The last one we saw was Snorlax until I pulled that Reshiram. That's a pretty card. Oh, and by the way, what are we giving away from the live event today? First place is getting this. That is a gold shiny Mew. Second place is getting this Mew. So these are two nice cards. Two really nice cards. When I say nice cards, it actually means another thing too. If I say really nice, it means a third thing. You should be able to figure it out. Those are not 99-cent cards. Here we go. I was correct way up. Okay. Gramps, do you ship overseas? Yes, I do. I have shipped to Japan, Australia several times, England, France, Germany, Malta. I don't ship to, I hate saying it, I'm not going to ship to Bulgaria, Romania. Too many scams coming out of there. I ship to the United States North, or Canada, whatever you want to call it. I've shipped to South America. I've shipped to Italy. Try to remember. I don't think I've shipped to Russia. Maybe I have. I don't think I've shipped to Ukraine. I think they're too involved with a war. And but yeah, I do ship overseas. So just letting you know. Here's the ferret. Drudagon. Is that how you say Drudagon? Is that how you say that? Cubone. I love Cubone. I'm telling you, anybody who wears a skull on their head, you're going to be a friend of mine. Lechonk. Oh, yeah, Lechonk, baby. Wheezing, who comes from coughing. Here's Hops Cramorant, which is half Cra and half Cormorant. Maractus. Super Potion. This is a reverse hollow. Clink, a reverse hollow. Oh, and I just pulled a special illustration rare. Basic Energy. Let's sleeve this up. And put it in plastic. Boy, I'm a mile away from the train tracks, and all I hear is a train right now. A mile away. Imagine living near the train tracks. Even at 5 in the morning, you'll hear the train blowing its whistle. It's like, you got to be kidding me. But here's what I just pulled. Brock's Scouting. Special illustration rare. Some people love trainers. I'm not a big trainer collector. But hey, to each his or her own. Okay, that was Journey Together. Not bad. Two hits in the 4 packs. No complaints. Actually, when I'm really Mega Evolution, I'd love to pull a Mega Charizard. I really love to pull a Mega Charizard. Okay, that was Journey Together. Now, next one. I'm going to say we have a Destined Rivals, Phantasmal Flames, and Mega Evolution. I'm going to say Destined Rivals will be my next one. And then it'll be Mega Evolution, and then it'll be Phantasmal Flames. So, I only collect girl trainers. You know, I jokingly say that I dated all of these Pokemon girls, and somebody writes to me, "You're a pervert." I'm like, what is wrong with you people? It's a joke. What do you think? I'm actually dating a girl from Pokemon Land? Think about it. So now what I say is, when I get to see like it's like a little girl who's a Pokemon trainer, I say, "Oh, I dated her grandmother." just, just so people don't. People get crazy over the stupidest things. Yeah, I know. No one understands jokes anymore. I used to do stand-up comedy in New York. I have the greatest. But if I said it, a lot of people are going to be upset with me because they're going to say it's racist, but it's not. And you know what? The people that are there were all black and Hispanic, and they loved what I did. Here's Nidoran. I'll never say it. Not on here. Here's Mo Rotom. In other words, that's a motorized lawnmower. Here's Growlithe. Here's Swellow, which is a nice. Never mind. Let me shut my mouth. Here's Arbok. Oh, did I? Yes, I did. I did pull the code card. Here's Porygon Z. Here's Wellspring Mask of Ogerpon. I wasn't a big Mask of Ogerpon fan. Here's Toad Scrool. Here's Wobbuffet. Here's Cynthia's Roserade. That's an easy one because one arm is blue and one arm is red. And energy. Yeah, I used to love doing stand-up comedy in New York City. I used to do it at the Gotham Comedy Club all the time. And it was gays and millennials. And I was scheduled to be the last comic of the night. And I walk into the facility and it's all black and Hispanic men. And I'm talking 300 of them. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because I'm prepared for gays and millennials. So I had to real quick rethink my set. And I did. And I had them laughing. I'm not going to tell it to you. Oh, but that was a long time ago. That was 30 years ago. Ethan speak Pichu, not Pikachu, Pichu. You have to have and I do. I'm very quick. I have a sharp wit, but I forget things. So you're going to do a set. You really can't forget things. Tauros. Morpeko. Oh, and I see some of it, and it's funny, but nobody takes things funny anymore. People go to comedy clubs and get insulted. It's like, or offended. That's the worst. When somebody's at a comedy club and they're offended, get the hell out of the club. God, what is wrong with you? God. Here's a Larvitar. I always say that's the hemorrhoid creator because you're walking along, one of these is behind you, all of a sudden you stop, and wow, hemorrhoids. Marnie's Lipard. Huntail. Now, when I was much younger, let's talk about that at a later time. Pinsir. When I was younger. Oh my God. 74. Whew. Yikes. Team Rocket's Mareep. I'd like to make it to, let's talk about that in a minute. Hold on. This is a nice card, but it's a hollow. So now I'm almost a third of the way to the YouTube arrow. Almost a third of the way. 33,333 because I need 100,000 to get that arrow. Now, when will I get to 100,000? You really can't predict. But at the rate I'm going now, it's probably going to take me a couple more years. That's a lot of time at 74 years old. Will I make it to 1 million? I don't think so. I think that's way beyond, but you never know. I mean, look at Pokerev's been doing it for 5 years, but he had a following from his store. So when he went and started a channel, he had a whole bunch of people who had purchased stuff from him in the past, and they all joined his channel. So that's how he got so big so quick. Whereas you look at Real Breaking Nate and Marie, they've been doing it for 10, 11 years, and they have almost 2 million subscribers. God bless them. And I love Nate and Marie. I think they're very nice people. I think Pokerev is cool, but I like Nate and Marie because I think they're kind of a little goofy, which is I think I'm a little goofy too, to tell you the truth, but So maybe that's why I like Nate and Marie so much. They remind me of me at a younger age. But I never had blue hair like Marie. In fact, I never had hair. Electabuzz. I started going bald at 25, 26 years old. Roselia. Porygon. Impadimp. But it never really bothered me. It didn't bother me. Team Rocket's Mimikyu. Oh, I love Mimikyu. You have no idea. Mimikyu is my sweetheart. Marnie's Morgrim. My nose is itching. Team Rocket's Archer. Team Rocket's Grimer. Isn't Grimer a basketball player for the WNBA? Brittany Grimer. Team Rocket's Chingling. Oh, I just pulled a nice card. Oh, yeah. Not a super nice card, but a nice one. Watch this. You know, when I talk about the legendary birds, that card, the stained glass, beautiful card. This is one of the legendary birds. Moltres. Pretty bird. So, last pack of Destined Rivals. And I say Articuno, and everybody yells at me. That's how you say it in Italian, Articuno. Keep your pants on. Here's Blipbug. Here's the Toddle. Purloin. Mareep. Sacred Ash, or I don't even want to think about what that is. Never mind. Team Rocket's Hypno. I can't believe that Hypno disappeared for a long time because Pokemon was being, I think, sued by one of the people that did hypnotizing, and they thought they stole Hypno from them. I mean, give me a break. Arbok. Oh, I just pulled a nice, whoa. I just pulled a nice illustration rare. I'm going to put it down. Here's Gorbis. Watch this. Nice card. Oh, yeah. I had no idea this Pokemon was this large because there's a trainer sitting on it, and wow. Lapras. Look at the size of the trainer compared to the Pokemon. That Pokemon is huge. Lapras. Things you learn. I had no idea Lapras was a monster. Yeah, that was a nice card. Oops, it's upside down. Okay. My nose is itching. I am so sorry about that. I don't know why every time I open these packs, I get these itches on my nose. Something is just... Whew. So that was Destined Rivals. Now, Mega Evolution is next. Let's show this one more time. We're having a giveaway for people that were on this live event. All you have to do on any video or short of mine, just say, I was live. As long as you do it from Monday to 12th, noontime. Because at 12:01, I'm going to shut it down and start making the actual giveaway video. My nose is itching. Darn. Hold on. That's pure orangeade because I don't drink. If I drank, I got enough problems without alcohol. So, oh, and what are we going to win if you are in the giveaway? Here's what we're giving away. A gold shiny Mew. Sorry about that. And another Mew. And there'll be some others, but these are the two biggies. So somebody's going to be a happy first place and somebody's going to be a happy second place. But even you can't imagine how many cards I mail out on a weekly basis. I can't imagine. It's one of my bigger expenses is the mail, especially when you send something overseas. My gosh. Oh, I wanted to keep that pack. I'll keep the next one. Tangela. Clauncher. Pakarisu. Grafee. Soul Rock. Shrifty. Magnezone. Numel. Now, what I don't like about these reverse hollows is look how plain that is. That was just, to me, it's a cop-out by Pokemon. Here's Alakazam. I mean, they can really make beautiful Kangaskhan. They can make beautiful reverse hollows. I don't know why sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But I mean, do you see when I itched my nose again? Grafee. Knockley, which evolves into Knacklestack or something like that. Salt. Chikorita. You have to be very careful saying that word. Mantine. Wally's Compassion. He's got the same hair as Dolov or Oddish. Pyroar. I'm telling you, the next ones, I actually thought they meant cute eggs. Execute. I thought they were cute eggs. And I'm like, oh my, those eggs are cute. Until they kill you. Mega Signal. I have one of these in a like a full art. Beautiful card. Rare Candy. Now, the thing about Rare Candy is things that you learn. Some Pokemon cannot evolve until they eat 30 to 50 pieces of rare candy. Things that you learn along the way. Okay, I just pulled a Mega. I think I've pulled this Mega many, many Mega times. I might include this in the giveaway. In fact, I'm going to. Mega Absol. So I'm going to put that as the third card in the giveaway. Unfortunately, it's not a cat. It has nothing to do with Mew. And yes, Mew is a cat. People write to me and say, why do you think Mew's a cat? Let me think about that. Looks like a cat and says Mew. Maybe it's a dog or a rabbit. Yeah. So I just added that to the giveaway. Mega Absol. Here we go. Third pack of Mega Evolution. Okay. Pakarisu. Grafee. Knockley. Man, come on. Chikorita. I just saw these in the last pack. Inteleon. Strange Timepiece. Here's a name that I love. Shuckle. Look at that card. That looks like a Shuckle to me. Here's Numel, which is a reverse hollow. Here's Rare Candy, which is a reverse hollow. What are the odds that I pull the same card? So now I'm going to include two Mega Absols. That's why I have Mega Absol a bunch of times. It's because it's probably one of the common ones. I mean, God. So now there's going to be 2 Mega Absols in the giveaway. 3rd and 4th place. Sorry about that. So far, I'm not head over heels about this box. This Charizard box. Yeah, what are the odds? I mean, come on. They really got to mix these things up a little better. I'm going to send Pokemon a letter and say, hey, Pokemon, what the hell? Sandshrew. Spearow. Magneton. Raboot. Now, one thing I do believe, and I could be wrong, this is my opinion. Let's finish this pack, and then we'll talk about my opinion. Kadabra. Garganical. Mega Signal. I've pulled 3 of those in the last couple packs. Evital. Somebody really likes Sableye. Hariyama. I'm going to tell you what I think. I may be wrong, but I think. Obviously, Pokemon knows who PokeRev and Real Breaking Nate, they know the big boys. They know the big boys. And you'll see I say there's going to be a release on, just use a random date, the 20th. Well, on the 15th or 16th, PokeRev or Real Breaking Nate will have a box of cards pre-release that, this is my opinion, Pokemon sends them so they can basically advertise the product. But they'll also, Pokemon will also seed those boxes. They know, here's a box of, this is going to, just use, for example, PokeRev. It's got 4 million subscribers. Let's put some nice cards in here. Or let's put a God Pack in here. Have you ever seen a God Pack in person? You know how many packs I've ripped in the last year? I've never ripped a God Pack. How do you rip one by accident? I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that Pokemon will send PokeRev or Real Breaking Nate a box like this for them, and they'll include a God Pack. I'll guarantee you those 2 people have ripped God Packs. And I rip a lot of packs. Do I rip as many as them? Maybe. I think I rip more than one and maybe less than the other. I think PokeRev may rip more than me. But I think I could be up there with Real Breaking Nate in how many packs I rip. I rip a lot of packs. So I think sometimes they seed, I call it seeding the pack. They'll have packs, seeding the box. They'll have packs that have, like, I'm trying to pull a Charizard. Well, that box for them might have a Charizard in it. Just so, oh, look, I just pulled a Charizard. Yeah, pure luck. So here we go. That's my opinion. I may be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. This is Phantasmal Flames Mega Evolution. Streamer benefits. You said it, my friends. You said it. I'd like to get into that category. But I think you have to have more than 100,000 followers. And I don't have that yet. And I notice I say yet. The problem is I have to stay healthy. Miss Drevius. Of course, that's the one thing that slows you down. Here's Charmeleon. Yamper. Nimble. Punk Helmet. Seviper. Cresselia. Then here comes a reverse hollow of Trapinch. Again, it's the reverse hollow that has nothing to it. Here's a reverse hollow of Bramblin. Here's a hollow of Flygon. Every once in a while, you see me pulling like this. Ben F Productions. Gramps, you're an assistant. You will reach it. You never know. I got to get a drink. You never know. With my health issues, my birthday's in March, so I say next month. In reality, it's my birthday's a little over 2 months away. I don't take for granted I'm making it to 74. What is your favorite Snapple? Orangeade is good for a change. I'm going to sneeze. Not what I drink mainly. What I really like is they have something called, it's a half and half lemonade, half iced tea. I really like that. I like peach iced tea. But I don't drink alcohol, so it's kind of weird. I have weird taste. I obviously like Dunkin' Donuts coffees because I can go into any garbage bag of mine. Look, I'm just reaching down into it. It's into a garbage bag. And what do I pull out? You always see me. My nose is itching. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be affiliating myself with a couple things. As I grow, I have to make little changes here and there, or modifications. Let's talk a little before I open the rest of these phantasmals. I have to make little changes. This giveaway for the last time you could enter is tonight. The giveaway's tomorrow. I already have almost 2,200 entries. My giveaways are growing and growing and growing. There's going to get to a point where I can't handle it anymore. It's too big. And at that point, I have to make a major change. And I know what my thoughts are on that. And when I get to that bridge, I'll let you know about it. But until I get to that point, once I start getting up around, to me, 2,500 entries is a lot. And understand, again, I'm a one-man band. So I do all this work. I do all I'm going to be using CapCut again. I do all the Instagram and everything else that I do. And so I do the recording, the editing, the putting online. There's a lot to do. And when you have a giveaway and you hit 2,000 people, it kind of consumes your week. So there's going to get to a point where I won't be able to do it anymore because it's just too big. And I'm guessing that's around 2,500 entries when I become, now I'm all of a sudden I'm over 2,000 consistently. And once I get to 2,500, which can happen within the next couple of months, I have to make changes because I don't have, how do you do it? There's not enough time in the week. I'd love to be watching football games right now, but I work Pokemon. I tell you, Pokemon is a full-time job. I love doing it. I have the greatest time. There's some awesome people in here, some names that I see all the time, and it's a lot of fun. But it gets to a point where it's overwhelming. And there will get to be a point where the giveaways are too big. And in reality, what I'd like to do as my site grows, I'd like to have nicer giveaways. I mean, if you've been around for 2 years, you've seen me give away, I'm not kidding, 4 or 5 Van Gogh Pikachus, 4 or 5 Black Magikarps, 4 or 5 Flying Charizards from the 151. I give them away. And if I was to do that now, if I was to do, let's just say a Van Gogh Pikachu, I might have 5,000 entries. And there's not enough time in a week for me to go through 5,000. Not enough. I can't do it because time. I can't spend 10 hours a day sitting at a laptop moving names from there to there. It's just overwhelming. So what happens when I do that now, I just change names. Well, there's so many other messages that people are writing me about things that I see them all. I can't answer them all. There's too many. And I'm not telling you to stop writing, but please understand from my perspective that I'm doing the best I can on this end. So as I grow, it's going to get to the point giveaways I'd love to have a great giveaway. I'd love to give away a Moonbryon, $1,000 card. But if I was to put a Moonbryon in a giveaway, I'd have 10,000 people sign up for the giveaway. And I just wouldn't be able to do it because it would exhaust me. It's overwhelming. So there's going to be a tipping point where I'm going to say, I have to make the change. I have to start making it. When I get to that point, I'll explain it to you. I don't want to explain it now because I'm not to that point yet. Let's see. Yeah. So, it'll happen. It might happen within the next 3 to 6 months because things are going quickly. I mean, I went from 30,000 to 31,000 subscribers in about 8 days. I had a day where I had 311 subscribers in one day. And the day before I had 178. And the day after I had 190. It was like almost 1,000 in 3 days. Now, when that happens, it becomes crazy. There's only so many, and I have a sweetheart that I have to say hi to, every hour now and then. Like we're going to be going to Florida in the next couple weeks. We're going to be going down to Miami Beach area. And what I really want to do, I want to open packs on Miami Beach. I think that'd be so cool during the day and at night, because Miami Beach at night is rocking. I'd like to open packs. I'd like to go over to Alligator Alley. And I know where it is too. I've taken pictures of alligators and rip open a pack with alligators in the background and pull a fur alligator. I think that would be, to me, that's awesome. Now we're planning on maybe going over to Europe for a couple of weeks. I'd love to open a pack with the Eiffel Tower in the background, or with the Louvre in the background, or with the what's it called in London? It's like named after a pickle. I can't remember what it's called. Or the Roman Colosseum in the background, or the Forum, walking down the Forum of Rome and ripping packs of Pokemon. How crazy does that sound that you're walking down the street that's 2,000 years old, opening packs of Pokemon? Oh my goodness. The Gherkin. See, thank you very much. Gotcha. Got to catch him. The Gherkin. Right. If you know London, you know what the Gherkin is. Or being the London Eye and being up top, ripping packs. I think that would be so cool. Being in Switzerland at the Matterhorn, ripping packs. These are crazy ideas that I'm coming up with. But I really have to build a studio. I really have to, because this is such a bland background. I really want to get a really spicy background. So it'll get there. And, I'd love to go to Anne Frank's house and rip a pack just to see how small it was with a dozen people living there. I like history, and not all history is good, but I do like knowing. I'd love to go to a concentration camp just to look at it and think about what went on there and how miserable. Just it's the horror of being in there. And, sometimes we don't realize how lucky we are that we're here now. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'd love to rip some packs. I should have done this in Vegas when I lived in Vegas. I've been out of Vegas now for a year and a half. I could have done so many things in Vegas, ripping packs. But I didn't. I had just started Pokemon. Whoa. That's my Wi-Fi right there. I had just started Pokemon. And when I first started, I wasn't just on Pokemon, I was sports cards and Pokemon. And I kind of morphed just into Pokemon. It's kind of a long story. So there's ideas that I have. I think ripping packs on Miami Beach to me is like with the background where I might have to blur out some things for YouTube. Oh, and I just can't believe my sweetheart goes along with all of this. I told her I need an assistant. I want to get an assistant that's either a smoking hot, and you have to excuse me again, 90% of my followers are men, a smoking hot young lady who can be my Pokemon assistant. And I'd ask her 3 questions in the job interview. How old are you? You got to be 20 or older. Are you married? No. Good. Do you know anything about Pokemon? No. Good. You're hired. And or a Japanese. This would be great because I have, hold on, I'll show you. I've had this sitting here for 2 months. I want to rip it, but I don't know Japanese. I love ripping Japanese because it's so confusing to me. I'd like to have a Japanese assistant. See, I love it from the comedy perspective, and I'll explain why. If I had a Japanese assistant who spoke Japanese, but also spoke English, but his English was so hard to understand, I'd have to subtitle it or caption it. I think that would be awesome because it'd be funny that I'd be ripping a Japanese pack. The Japanese guy would be telling me what it is, but nobody can understand what he was saying. And so I have to caption it. I just think that's a potential for a really funny skit. What's the latest one that I find really funny on some of these on Instagram? You know, I also have like 13,000 subscribers on Instagram. It's kind of weird, but some of them, there's just so many. I can't even think of them right now. So sorry about that. So right now we've got first place, second place, third and fourth place. So that's going to be, I'll show this. Maybe I'll do one more after this. To join the giveaway for this live event on any video or short, just say I was live by noon on Monday the 12th. Please don't do it at 1 o'clock because it's going to be closed and I'm going to be processing the giveaway. So just say I was live, and there are going to be people who will realize what's going on and they will cheat, and I can't stop that. But yeah, the cheaters make it not, they make me unhappy. That's why I was getting really upset with people. I mean, I had people entering with 5 different names, and I figured out who they were, and I deleted them. Oh, and by the way, this I don't really get it, and I don't enjoy deleting people from the channel. But when you do something that is so bad that I even have to think about should I delete them or not. Once I think should I delete them or not, you're deleted. But you have to be or say something so horrible that, like, one guy wrote one time, I wouldn't leave my grandchildren with this guy. And I'm like, and somebody wrote, yeah, I know what you mean. And I'm like, man, you people don't even know who I am. You know nothing about me. And you write stuff like that. So what I ended up doing was the guy that wrote, yeah, I know what you mean. I deleted him. I blocked him from the channel. And the guy that wrote it, I blocked him from the channel. You know, go away. What the hell is wrong with people? God, I was a baseball coach. We had a girl on our team who had zero ability to hit a baseball. This was instructional baseball for little kids, where the coach would pitch to the kids. And she had a mother and a father, but the father just couldn't spend time teaching her how to hit a baseball. So I said to the mother, can I teach your daughter how to hit a baseball? And the mother said, sure. And this mother would let the daughter be at my house for an hour at a time. Like, And some people saying I wouldn't leave my grandkids with this guy. Again, this mother felt comfortable leaving her daughter with me. And then when her daughter got her first hit, the mother bought me a pair of golf shoes. Think about that. And I have size 15 feet. She had to order them. And that's how thankful she was that I spent time and taught her precious little daughter how to hit a baseball, that her husband didn't have the time to do it, but I made time to do it. So yeah, there's a you can say the wrong thing. That's really what gets me upset, is when somebody says the wrong thing on. I had a guy that said, oh, he never gives these cards away. Nobody ever wins anything. You know how many cards I mail out? Hold on. Oh, I can't even open that now. I was going to show you from the post office the receipts with 15 addresses: Ohio, Florida, Texas, Europe, Canada. Who the hell you think I'm just? What do you think I'm just writing to people? But a lot of people on here have gotten things from me. So yeah. And I don't really ever keep, I do have a page where I do keep track, but I don't like ever look at it and see who's won, if anybody's won more than once. You know, like a woman just won the, I had the holographic Pocket Monster Charizard, the second Charizard hologram ever made. And she won it. And she sent me the nicest email where she said she's just getting back into Pokemon and she can't believe she just won. That was a really expensive card. And then some people write, oh, you can't. Well, you know what? When there's 2,000 entries, it's hard to win. Trust me. It's real hard to win. So, somebody was saying, Sableye, baby, Sableye. Somebody, one of the people in the comments here just kept talking about Sableye. Sharkadet. Yamper. Yeah. Snubble. Some Benef production wrote, I have won once. It took forever. Yeah, because the odds are, I mean, think about it. I have 2,100 people entering this giveaway for that metal card. 2,100 people. Now, so what I end up doing is adding 10 people in, just giving them old cards so they at least can say I won something. Otherwise, nobody, 2,100 people and 3 winners. Not good. Eternatus. So the battle cage or the octagon for the for Pokemon. Pokemon Octagon. Bramblegast from Bramblin. I know that for a fact. Wigglytuff. What does Wigglytuff come from? Wigglypuff. Watch this. I just pulled a illustration rare. My list is over here. That's why I keep turning and looking. I just pulled a nice one. Here's Genesect. Watch what I pulled. An illustration rare. It's a really pretty card. Should I give this away too? This way we'll have 5. Maybe I'll give this one away too. Yeah. This way we'll have 5. What do you think? Wigglytuff. How cool is that? Should I give it away? Part of the giveaway? I do have a P.O. box. I have a P.O. box. I have to start putting things underneath each video. Like I said, I'm going to be affiliating with 2 companies shortly. And so my P.O. box, just so you know, I mean, let me just write it down. And I'll show it to you. I'll hold this up for a minute so you can write it down if you have to. But my P.O. Box is P.O. Box 521, Midland Park, New Jersey, 07432. Now, that's where I'm doing the card show tomorrow in Midland Park High School. My nose is really itching. I don't live in Midland Park. I live in the town next to it, but their post office is closer to me than my town's post office is. So, and it's also got better parking. So that is my post office box information. P.O. Box 521, Midland Park, New Jersey, 07432. And I have to include it on the bottom of every, I got to figure out how to do, there's still things I'm learning about all of this stuff. It's, you think it's easy and it's not that easy. So 2 more packs here. Boy, would I like to find a Charizard. No Charizard luck today. Whoop. That didn't look good. You could see it was upside down. So we've got Sandile, Trapinch, Piplup, Zigzagoon, the Octagon Battle Cage, Granbull, Cerulege. This is a hollow of Nimble. This is a hollow of Alchemy. This is a Mega Heracross. Maybe I'll put that in the giveaway too. I'm sure I have another Heracross. Now, if that was a Mega Charizard, no such thing as putting that in the giveaway. Sorry. So I'm going to put that one in the giveaway also. So now there's 6. So we're talking Mew, Absol, Wigglytuff, Heracross. These are all being given away. One more pack, and then I'll show you the giveaway one more time, and then I do wish to donate something, but I only have Japanese. I give away Japanese cards. I love Japanese cards. I think Japanese art is better than English art, and I think they do that on purpose. Oh, I have tons of Japanese cards. I have Chinese cards. Back a month or so ago, a month and a half ago, I opened one of those Chinese boxes and I pulled the Gengar. So it's out at PSA getting graded. Man, oh man, if that comes back at 10. So here we go. Mimikyu. She's my sweetheart. I just love her. Bunnery. Bramblin turns into Bramblegast. Poinmo. Cerulege. Crocodile. Yeah, Mimikyu is so cute. This guy, speaking of cute and non-cute, this is a non-cute. This could be a full art card. Murkrow. See, I just think that is a cool looking card. Piplup. Ambipom. And so hard to believe. Yeah, I had much more energy this week than last week, or 3 weeks ago. Sorry about that. I was very tired 3 weeks ago when I did the live, and I ran out of gas. I still think I don't have a right. I still think I look kind of pale. So we are going to Florida. I'm going to get a tan. We are planning on going to Florida for 2 weeks, and I will rip some packs on Miami Beach in the daytime and at nighttime. If you've ever been to Miami Beach, South Beach, at nighttime, it's all neon. It's so beautiful. All the clubs and restaurants. Oh, it's so beautiful. But during the day, the water is so warm and so nice, and the bathing suits are so even though I'm going to be 74. No. South Beach is a little uninhibited. Is that the right word? And I just have to find out where the Dunkin' Donuts is in South Beach. But we parked, my sweetie and I were there, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years ago. And one of the things she wanted to see was the Kardashians had a store there called DART, DART, which is some abbreviation of Kardashian stuff. And my birthday's March 28th, by the way. And so we parked the car in the street and went looking and just walked around South Beach. And so say there's a street here and a street here. And we parked the last space here. And we walked that way. And finally, after about an hour, I said, let's just find out where it is. And I Googled it. And so here's the street we were on, and we were parked right here. Well, their store was right around the corner, right here. We parked 2 doors away from their store, but around the corner and didn't know it was right there. Wow. Well, somebody else wrote, I'm on March 28th as well. Bam, bam, boys. I'm in Canada for 2 months of summer every year. That could be good if when it's 100 degrees, you go up to Canada for a couple months, go up to Banff. But, and my grandmother's March 15th. So there's no doubt we're planning it. And we don't have anything set up yet because my wife has a little issue she has to take. When you get 73, 74 years old, weird things happen to you. So we're probably going to go. I'm going to say if when we go, it's probably going to be sometime maybe in the end of February. We don't know yet, but we're going to stay Miami Beach and have a good time. I don't want to be down there when spring break is going on. No. But one of the things I want to do is how I'm a treasure hunter by nature. I'd love to get I watch a guy called Detect Florida on YouTube. And what he does is he lives in Florida and he goes with metal detectors and goes out into the water and just looks for stuff, and he finds the coolest stuff. Detect Florida. Check it out. His name is Sean, and he was able to quit his full-time job, and now detecting Florida is his full-time job. So, and as I say all the time, being somebody that does Pokemon, what I do right now on Pokemon is a full-time job. And if I had to work, I would be able to do this. So any questions? We got 156. There's just a couple more. And remember, last time I'll show you this. Just say, to join the giveaway on this live event, just say I was live on any video or short by noon, Monday the 12th, and you'll be in. And as you see now, I'm giving away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. 6. And I'll have some extras, so there'll be 10 winners, but those are the 6 biggies. So this is Grandpa saying, what's your best card you have ever pulled? Ever pulled? Well, what do you consider best? I mean, you can have the best card you like, or you could have the best card from a financial point of view. And I really don't do it for a financial point of view. So I'm going to say the best card I ever pulled is, I love that stained glass of the legendary birds. Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. And I think it's such a beautiful card. And I pulled that. And it's my favorite card. So it's probably the best card I ever pulled. From a financial point of view, I don't even know because I really don't. I don't know. Oh, from a financial point of view, the Pikachu from Surging Sparks, because it was the case hit, and I sent it into PSA, and it came back a 10. And so that was, and then I brought it to the card show, and somebody actually bought it and spent a lot of money. And I said, nobody's going to buy this. I'm going to market $1,000. Nobody's going to buy it. And he goes, well, you take $900 for it? And I'm like, let's see, it cost me $30, $40. Yeah, I'll take that. And the first card I was ever given was a Mewtwo from Hidden Fates. A subscriber sent it to me. Oh, how cool. So yeah, but again, that's not. I don't look at cards and say, "Oh, this isn't worth." You don't ever see me putting worth of cards because either I like the card or I don't like the card, which is why I think this is a cute card because it gets to show you two things: how big Lapras is compared to a trainer, and I have no idea. Is this card worth $1, $5, $50? I have no idea. I don't know. So, but let me show you one more thing because I have this sitting here and it just caught my eye. Here we go. This is from 1985. A pass to Disneyland, right? Check out the price and how much parking was. It cost $8.50 to get into Disneyland, and they gave free parking. 1985. That's 40 years ago. $8.50. Okay, peeps. It's 2:00. Let's see. So that's about it. And I'll have another live one in 2 weeks from now. But don't forget, tomorrow is the actual giveaway of. Am I going to find it now? Do I have to search for it? Tomorrow's the giveaway of the gold Pikachu. It's here somewhere. And good luck. It's a really nice card. And hopefully a nice person wins it. One of you people. So this is Graham saying thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll be back live 2 more weeks from now. God willing, I'm still alive 2 more weeks from now. Take nothing for granted. So you have a nice start to the year, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care now. Bye-bye.